Yi Wong. Yingdi Wong. Yuanting Wang. Wei Xiaoxiang. Wei Quanhua. Cameron Wong. Esther Shisu Wong. Glenn Wright. Andrea Hui Xian Wu. Jiali Wu. Guangxue Xu. Yampakto Ronald. Takanori Yamamoto. Alvin Chan. Han Yang. Yang Tong. Yang Yang. Xiu Xia Yan. Yo Chun Ping. Amanda Chan. Damien Yong. Waining Yu. Xiang Yu. Junbin Yu. Yang Yu. Chunlin Yuan. Xiaohao Zhang. Kailin Zhang. Mi Zhang. Shufei Zhang. Hang Jiao. Lu Jiao. Wen Rei Zhou. Ximeng Zhou. Xiyan Zhou. Mingming Zhou. Xiaobo Zhou.
Deputy Chancellor, I now have great pleasure in inviting Mr. Richard Trimarchi, Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Economics of this university, representing the graduates of the Faculty of Business, Economics and Law, to present the valedictory address.
Deputy Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Members of Senate, Members of Staff, Mr. Mark Hutchinson, distinguished guests, fellow graduates, ladies and gentlemen. It is both an honour and a privilege to be invited to speak on behalf of the graduating class. Today's ceremony marks the culmination of our academic studies at the University of Queensland. Whilst it is a brief moment compared to the time that we have spent at university, today is a milestone in our academic journey and represents the transition between important stages in our lives. I want to take the opportunity today to reflect upon the value of education. As a society, we should reject the narrow view that education is simply the acquisition of knowledge in our chosen field. It is a much greater concept, one that represents opportunity. This idea was eloquently captured by Martin Luther King, leader of the civil rights movement in the United States, who described the true goal of education as the development of both character and intelligence. Today, as we reflect upon the collection of moments that form part of our degree, we recognise the many opportunities that this university has afforded us. Opportunities to gain opportunities to see the world through an exchange program, or opportunities to gain exposure to leading academics at this university. These opportunities not only developed our knowledge and understanding, but have also helped to shape our character. The richness and diversity of our collective experience speaks to the well-rounded education we've been so fortunate to enjoy. On this day, society acknowledges that we've obtained a sufficient body of knowledge to qualify us to go out into the world, begin to apply this knowledge, and shape the communities in which we live. As students of the economics and commerce disciplines, we need to be aware that future decisions made in our fields can have a broad impact on society. Economists influence economic policy, entrepreneurs shape new industries, and financiers influence financial markets. This social responsibility is not one that should be taken lightly. However, I feel it is what drew us to study these disciplines in the first place. As graduates, we're entering the world at a time when subdued economic conditions have become the new normal, a period in which traditional industries are facing structural challenges and an increasingly competitive environment that is rapidly changing. As Churchill once reminded us, a pessimist sees the difficulty in every opportunity, but an optimist sees the opportunity in every difficulty. We must strive to be optimists and seek to apply our knowledge and ideas to create new opportunities and make a difference. Today, we follow in the footsteps of the highly successful businessmen and women who have UQ as their alma mater. Their achievements serve to inspire us in our own professional careers. At this point, I would like to thank all of those who have guided us through our academic journey, our lecturers, tutors, parents, and friends. Our achievement today would not have been possible without their contribution and support, and for that, we thank you. I also wish the university well as it strives to provide exemplary leadership in education. To my fellow graduates, I want to leave you today with a few lines from Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less travelled by, and that has made all the difference. Congratulations, and I wish you all the very best in all your future endeavours. Thank you.
Deputy Chancellor, I now continue the presentation of graduates from the Faculty of Business, Economics and Law. Bachelor of Economics, Amota Atanika. Hannah Bonner. Kenneth Chan. Yi Hang Chen. Alexandra Davis. Daniel Elliott. Jung Fang. Victoria Goyen. Zheng Si Han. James Horsley. Yifeng Ho. Yifan Jiang. Jason Key. Jitao Liu. Mak Ho Yim. Pik Kwan Janet Ng. Kim Hang Oi. Hao Pang. Pham Yok Ang Tu. Jia Chu. Penelope Smith. Tam Man Ho. Yuki Tamura. Alexander Taylor. Bingji Jiang. Nan Zhang. Zhong Ji Yun. Bachelor of Business Management and Bachelor of Commerce, Angus Goodyear. Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Economics, Matthew Carlson. Joanne Chan. Annika Chi. Samuel Cotton. Mitchell Day. Thomas Dunn. Claire Finch. Oscar Guardado. Roshana Hall. Barbir Singh Hare. Lucinda Lay. Mark Leddy. Christopher Marr. Khadija Sharin. Rebecca Pettiford. Regan Piper. Megan Quagliata. Arnab Sahar. Blair Speakman. Katie Stylianos. Okay. Panakon Sunton Monkongskree. Jennifer Tagney. Courtney Toa. Richard Tremaki. Charles Vincent. Jordan Wayne. Joshan Yin. Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Arts, Carly Mills. Genevieve Niels. James Tran. Jenny Ung. Stephen Wong. Benjamin Wu. Bachelor of Economics and Bachelor of Arts, Michael Darcy. Katrina Knox. Alexander McLaren. Josiah Zutsian. Jessica Thomas. Dana Tyquin. Tom Wedemeyer. Bachelor of Commerce and Bachelor of Science, James Crombie. Anne Liang. Emma Males. Yen Ching Tay.
Deputy Chancellor, I now have great pleasure in inviting Mr. Mark Hutchinson Bachelor of Commerce of this university, and President and Chief Executive Officer of GE Greater China, to address the graduates.
Deputy Chancellor, Acting Vice Chancellor, members of the Senate, members of staff, distinguished guests, graduates, and ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a huge honour to be here today. I sat where you sat today 27 years ago. And so I stand here today quite humbled. I'm older, not necessarily smarter, and what I'm able to do is look in the rearview mirror a bit and think about some thoughts as you go on your next part of your journey. It's also great to be here today just to see how many Chinese graduates are here. So ni hao to my Chinese friends. Firstly, I'd like to say congratulations to the graduates. Really big deal. Well done. Well done. This is a big milestone in your life, and the journey ahead is going to be exciting for you. And I think there's lots and lots of opportunities for you. I thought the discussion that Richard led was superb. It's all about the opportunities out there. I work for GE. I've lived for GE in China now for 2.5 years, but had a 20-year career. So who are GE? General Electric was actually founded by the inventor Thomas Edison 137 years ago. And we now have a company which has 300,000 employees around the world in 100 countries with about $150 billion of revenue. So it's a big company. What do? We're a technology and infrastructure company. So we focus on really 3 major areas: on aviation, on energy, and healthcare. So what does that mean? Well, we produce about 40% of the world's power through our machines. About 50% of all commercial aeroplanes actually has our engines on. In fact, a commercial aeroplane takes off somewhere in the world every 2 seconds with our engines on. And about 1/3 of the world's medical equipment is supplied by us. So in China, I find myself 27 years later from sitting here as a CEO of GE in China, where we have 20,000 employees. And we really focus on 2 major things. One is to help China solve a lot of its toughest problems, like pollution, clean energy, and also help to improve the quality of life of the Chinese people, particularly in the healthcare area, by providing affordable and accessible healthcare. So it's just an exciting place to be. I feel as though, from a business perspective, I'm at the center of the universe. So I'm very lucky to be here. So let me just give you some thoughts, really, as I look back in the rearview mirror myself. And this is really things I've learned from my own journey through the last 27 years. I would say, firstly, that it's almost impossible for you sitting here today to map out your career. It's almost impossible, because we live in a world of change, increasingly so. So things are going to change, situations are going to change as you go through your career. But I would encourage you to think about what's your end game, what's your goal. I always wanted to be a CEO, and so I set my sights on that. And how I got there, I could never imagined the path I took, nor could you. So set your sights on what you want to be, what you want to achieve in this life, and then what I recommend is you then take some risk. Take some risk with your career, particularly when you're young. It's the tough places, it's the tough jobs, it's the tough opportunities that you actually learn the most from. I've actually led businesses through 2 financial crises. I've actually learned more through a crisis than I have ever through the good times. And so I find that it's so important to, if you have the opportunity to take the tough job, to take the risk, you should do so. Because I have a different philosophy around what a career is. Most people think it's a set of steps that you go up and you reach the top. I disagree, actually. I think it's a jigsaw puzzle. So where you sit today, your jigsaw puzzle, you have a lot of pieces but no picture. And as you have experiences through your life and your career, you start to put the pieces together. And so I've actually had jobs through my career. I've actually wondered why I've been doing them. But it's been part of my jigsaw puzzle. So that when I've got to the situation I'm in of leading 20,000 people in China, every experience I've had has been part of that jigsaw puzzle, and now I see the picture. So looking